Welcome to John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. Today it's 90 degrees and we're fishing largemouth bass in northwest Wisconsin.
Dion, these fish are all in our harbors.
Close to 14 there.
Are you having fun?
I'm having a blast.
Fleet Farm presents John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. Fleet Farm, the ultimate fishing headquarters.
Yes, folks, it is a hot, muggy, 90-degree late afternoon, early evening. I actually just got off the water. I had a guide trip out on Lake Superior earlier today. We got into some fish out there. In today's show, we're actually going to target largemouth bass on these inland lakes. Up here in northwest Wisconsin, we got so many inland lakes that have largemouth, and it can actually be pretty good. You got some lakes that have big fish, you got other lakes that have numbers, and then you got lakes that have a little bit of both, and we're on one of those today. You got a chance at really nice largemouth and generally a lot of numbers. We're going to be looking at anywhere from 5 to about 20 feet of water, mainly fishing weeds. It's just a great way to come out here this time of year and catch fish on these dog days of summer when it's hot and muggy. Not much else is biting. These inland lakes though always have a great largemouth bite going on, and yeah, we're gonna see how they bite. And I actually got my buddy Acorn coming here soon. He's delivering mail right now, but he'll be done in about a half an hour and he's gonna be hopping in the boat. So it should be a fun evening, and hopefully we catch some fish, and we'll show you what we're using and how we're using it coming up right after this.
I've used Amsoil Sabre 2-stroke for 20 years, and it is absolutely the best and easiest to use 2-stroke oil. When I found Amsoil Sabre 20 years ago, I was so excited because it not only runs cleaner, more efficiently, keeps your machines running very well, but it's one mix. 100 to 1, it doesn't matter what the factory recommendations are, 40 to 1, 50 to 1, 75 to 1, it's all the same mix at 100 to 1, so it makes it simple. 300 hours of testing showed it was 96% carbon free, and that's not hype, that's results. The screen photos tell the story. And to learn more, go to amsoil.com. Also, their new app just makes it easy to plug in all of your different machines, find what you want, the proper stuff comes up, you can order it. Gotta love that.
There's more to explore. Humminbird Explorer fish finders make breaking down the water effortless with an intuitive interface and best-in-class clarity. Zero in on the best place for a bite with more precision, more included maps, and more underwater detail. Then, keep your eyes on the prize. With the bright, easy-to-read display, you can view in any fishing condition. Because when you see clearly and fish smarter, you get more out of every moment. Explore fish finders, only from Humminbird.
Welcome back, folks. Like we mentioned, we're fishing northwest Wisconsin for largemouth. What I'm gonna start out with is just your typical Ned rig. So I got a small light jig head on there, and then I got the wacko worm threaded on there. What we're doing with these is we're just casting them out and fishing them really slow through the weeds. Even though it's not weedless, these actually get through the weeds pretty easily. You just don't wanna set the hook when it's weeds. You wanna make sure it is a fish. But we're just gonna fish them real slow. A lot of times just let them sit on the bottom, and those fish will either grab it as it's dropping slow, or they're gonna pick it up off the bottom. But yeah, we're targeting largemouth, but you never know what else we're gonna catch. So let's see what happens. There we go. That didn't take long. We're on a weed flat right now. It's about 8 to 10 feet, and there is some weeds. And actually, you can see that largie coming in. Look at those weeds all behind them here. We're just gonna flip them in with all the weeds on there. There we go. It's not a bad one to start the evening off. That's a chunky one. But yeah, that's your typical average largemouth up here in northern Wisconsin, you know, about that 2-pound mark. But that's the key right there. You fish the thick weeds. You know, sometimes we're fishing the edges, sometimes we're fishing the mats, but that's what they're hanging out on. All right, there's another one. Couple casts after that first one. Let's see here. Yes, about the same size. That's what's so cool about this largemouth fishing up here. And oops, sorry, buddy. In northern Wisconsin is, I mean, these fish will bite any time of day. I mean, right now it's early evening, late afternoon. It's 90 degrees. There's not much wind, and you can come out here and just have a lot of fun and catch a lot of fish. I mean, these things they're always biting. Oh, this one feels pretty good right now. He's trying to drag me into the weeds. This one feels a lot heavier than the other two. Come on out of there, buddy. A lot of times they dive into those weeds and it's really tough to get them out. But you gotta try to horse them out of there so they don't get buried in, because if they get any slack, they're gonna get off. But this one's definitely a nice fish. I'm gonna get the Kalen's net here. Stay hooked, buddy, stay hooked. Let's see what we got. Come on, he's staying deep. Oh yeah, it looks like a nice, don't jump. Oh, big largie, big largie. Oh my gosh, look at that thing. Woo! That's what we're talking about right there. That is a dandy. Look at the size of that largie. Come on to the net there. That probably is pushing 5 pounds there. Unreal. That fish was sitting in about 6 to 8 feet of water. And after I caught the last one, which was only a couple casts ago, I hit spot lock. A lot of times if you find 1 or 2 largies, you're gonna find a lot more. They do school together. And sure enough, a couple casts later after the last one, that big one came and grabbed it. And man, I didn't think I was gonna get him. He buried me in those weeds, but luckily we pulled him out of there. But that is a nice one. That's what's cool about northern Wisconsin too. You know, there's some big largemouth up here. It's not always, you know, like down south where you get 10 pounders, but you will see, you know, 4 to 5, once in a while a 6 pounder. And they don't get a lot of pressure, so they're a little easier to catch than down south. Got another one. This one feels a lot smaller than that big one. Let's flip him in here. Yeah, there we go. Quite the size difference, but all right, well, we got 4 so far. My buddy Acorn just texted me. He's at the ramp now, so we're gonna go pick him up and go catch some more of these.
Hey,
Acorn,
bud.
what's going on?
How's it going?
Glad you can make it.
Yeah, me too.
Were you delivering the mail all day?
I was, yeah. It was a hot day, but
Didn't
I got
forget
her
to
done.
deliver any packages?
No, I don't think so.
All right, that didn't take long. I told you they were biting, Acorn.
They are biting.
I'm just glad I got a net man now.
I'm not putting my rod down.
You gonna make me flip them?
You can
All
flip
right,
them.
I'm gonna flip him. If he gets off, it's your fault. All right, here we go. There we go.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, couple pounder again.
Yeah.
Now, Acorn, you actually like to keep some of these largemouth once in a while, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. They're really good on the grill. I like to flame up and grill them on low heat.
Low heat, huh?
Low heat on the Weber, yep.
And that's what's cool about a lot of these lakes. There's no minimum size length on these fish. So, I mean, this one, you know, this has got good genes. That's one you probably want to let go. But
Yeah,
in that,
yeah.
what, 13 to 14 inch range
Yeah,
are the
little
best
smaller
eaters?
ones, yeah.
A lot of these lakes are overrun with a lot of small largemouth, so it's not a bad thing to keep some. I mean, on big fish lakes where you know they're going to grow real big, you don't want to keep them, but
Right.
those smaller ones, especially when there's a lot of them,
Yeah.
like you said, they are good eating, aren't
Stack them up.
they? What do you got, Acorn?
Look at that. That's gonna be the smallest one of the night,
It's
I
an
think.
acorn-sized fish.
Yeah. That's
Alright,
a little
there's
bit bigger.
a little better. Still not a real big one, but I mean, technically that's a double.
I'm on the board,
You are on the board.
so
There's another one in the next cast. I mean, ooh, that's actually not a bad one. Acorn, I might need the net on this one actually.
oh really?
Yes.
Well, I just had a fish on, but okay.
At first he wasn't fighting much, but now he's fighting pretty good. What are you doing back there?
I just hold on.
I mean, I could have netted him myself.
Yeah.
I know. Actually, that's a pretty good one there. Awesome. Yeah, it's not a bad one. It's about a 3 pounder, but it's almost every cast, folks. There's so many largemouth out here. It's so much fun. This honestly is. You got one too?
I got one.
Oh,
See?
Acorn's got one too. His rod was literally just sitting there, and one picked it right off the bottom.
I told you I had one on.
How's he feel?
Oh, huge.
There we go. I think he ate it pretty good, didn't
He
he?
did. He swallowed
let's-
it.
Here, hold him out.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, there we go. Another double. But yeah, this is a lot of fun, isn't
It is
I
fun.
mean,
There's a lot of fish.
and they usually bite. I mean, they're never too picky this time of year, are
No. You just let it sit there and they'll swallow it.
they? Yeah.
I got one.
You got him?
I'm trying to keep up with Josh.
How's he feel?
He feels nice.
Oh, what
Nice,
do you?
nice,
Oh,
nice.
easy. Oh, I thought you had a pike. It's just a.
He's
you got
got
him in the
weeds.
weeds. Here, let me get the net for you.
Yeah, get the net.
Oh yeah.
Nice, nice.
Gosh, look at that build
Look
on
at
that,
that.
one. They're eating well out here, aren't they?
They are.
What do you
They're
think
very
most of these
healthy.
largies are eating out here?
Bugs.
Okay, no, they're not eating bugs. Never mind. Here.
Worms?
No. Here, we'll talk about
Grass.
something else. Stop. Just wait. All right, he's hooked pretty good, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
So when we're fishing largemouth out here, what are most of these fish eating?
Probably small bluegills.
Small bluegills.
Yeah.
And I mean, most of our lakes, we do have a lot of them.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. I mean,
And small crappies.
yeah. And what I like to do is kind of drive around and kind of watch your Explorer Series graph and just look for schools of bluegills.
Yeah.
And a lot of times those areas are where the bigger largemouth are.
Yeah.
So when we mention these bass are eating bluegills, here's what I mean. You can see we're in about 10 feet of water. We got really thick weeds here. There's the weed edge. There's actually a nicer fish. That might be a bass on that edge. But there's all those bluegills right there above those weeds. They're generally about 2 to 3 feet above them. You got about 10 or 11 in there. And those are those small bluegills, and that's what those bass are feeding on. We actually just moved spots, And we're drifting into a little inside corner here with weeds, and this was probably 3rd or 4th cast. We got another nice largemouth. But that is key a lot of times when we're out here fishing these, is you just want to find like little inside turns or points that stick out, and all you need is just a little bit of a flat that have weeds, and you a lot of times can get into them pretty good. A lot of times they're right on the edges, sometimes they're on the inside weed edges, and then other times they're kind of right on the flat. So just fish real slow and kind of work it really thoroughly. And I'm going to unhook this one. I'll actually show you guys how I'm working these Ned rigs with the wacko worm.
Breaking news from Fleet Farm. Fish with confidence using a Pfluger Try-On spinning combo. Lightweight, sensitive, and built with the performance anglers have trusted for generations. Now, just $69.99.
Yeah, so here's how we're rigging these wacko worms. You got the 5-inch wacko worm here. I just got a super light jig head, and I'm just threading that worm through, coming out, and you just want it to hang just like that. You don't want any bends or anything like that. You just want it sitting like that. And then here's how I'm working them. Basically, I'm just making a pretty far cast. Get that line in the water right away. You don't want to bow in your line. You just want that thing slowly sinking. Let it sink for anywhere from 5 to 10 seconds. And then after it sinks, all I'm doing is just giving a couple twitches, then drop your line again. The key is you want slack line, because that's going to allow that worm to sink naturally and slowly. They're either going to hit it on the drop or they're going to pick it up off the bottom. So now it's back on bottom. I'm going to give it a couple more twitches like that. If you feel any weeds, just shake your rod tip a little bit just to go through them. Generally, that hook is small enough that it's going to go through the weeds easy. And yeah, you just work it slowly back to the boat, and that's the best way to do it.
I got one. I found one.
You want me to get the net?
I don't think so. I can flip this
Ooh, there we
sucker
go.
in here. Look at that.
Nice one.
Nice.
How'd he hit?
I let it drop and he hit it off bottom. Not very hard. I mean, he just picked it up.
Picked it up in your arm. It is funny how often they will pick it up right off the bottom.
Yeah.
I see you're using a 2B rod.
Oh,
How do you like that thing?
This is awesome. Sensitive and it's strong.
They are good rods.
Yeah.
Where'd you get it?
I got a Fleet Farm.
They do have a good selection.
They do.
They got your 2B rods and they got my Elliott rods.
Yeah, I saw those there too.
Yeah, nice
Yeah.
and lightweight, yeah.
I've heard lawyers say, your job as the lawyer is to read the books, know the law, make the arguments. You can't get emotionally invested with your client. To do this job well, you have to. You have to get emotionally invested with your client. You have to connect with your client as a human being, or it never will be as authentic and real as it needs to be. We as trial lawyers, we owe that to our clients. We owe it to ourselves, and we owe it to our community to tell their story. It's their story. It's not ours. And the only way to do that in an effective way is to truly care, to truly connect, and listen.
I got a nice one, Josh.
Looks like a nice one. Here, I'll reel in. I'll get the net on that one.
Yeah.
He hit way out, huh?
He did. Ah.
No.
Well, it was a nice one. He came back.
There you go.
Nice
Yeah,
fish.
I think you can flip that one, or do you want the net?
Oh, my arm hurts. You better get the net.
No, you can flip that one. That 2B rod's tough.
It is tough. Look
That's
at
not
that.
a bad
That's
one.
a chunky fish.
Yeah, hold
Yeah.
on for the camera.
Look at that.
Now, Acorn, you do a lot of kayak fishing on a lot of these lakes around here, don't you?
Yes.
Is this usually what you're fishing, largemouth?
Yeah. Largemouth and bluegills, crappies. You get to go back in the woods and you're all by yourself. It's nice.
Do you catch some big ones too, or I mean, what
Yeah.
size?
This size and like 18, 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get pretty big.
And what's cool about those lakes too is you get to fish a lot of places where I can't get my boat in, or other
Right.
people can. There's no boat landings, right?
Yeah, you got the whole lake to yourself basically. And there's another one.
Back to back, huh?
There's a lot of bass around, Josh.
There are, aren't there? And the sun's not even close to being down yet. We've only been out here, what, maybe an
Couple
hour and a
hours.
half?
Yeah.
2 hours? There you go.
There's another nice green.
Another chunky one.
Chunky fishy. Look at that.
There we go. They are stacked, aren't they?
Jeez.
I think it's only about 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds, but Acorn one's chasing it. Kind of flip behind it, see if we can get the other one. But it's just so much fun catching these fish, even if they're only a pound or 2 pounds. That one's actually a little better than that, but it's just a great time to come out here and catch fish. I actually guide for these fish quite a bit. I'll come out here with families, or a lot of times kids, just to come out and catch fish. I mean, there's nothing better than a kid catching their first fish on their first cast, you know, because a lot of these places are just loaded. You catch them back to back to back, but it's just a great time and a great resource we have up here in northern Wisconsin. This one might be a good one, Acorn.
You need a net for that one? It's kind of
maybe, we'll see, but no, this one feels pretty good. That one hit on the initial drop, and actually, that's something to talk about. A lot of these fish do seem to hit on the initial drop. They just, I don't know if they see it like hit the water, or they hear it hit the water, and oh yeah, that's a nice one. Big jump, big jump. All right, since Acorn's not getting the net, we're gonna try to
You didn't.
There we go. It's not a bad one.
That's the biggest one so far.
No, wow, I caught a bigger one when you were gone.
Well, that doesn't count.
Earlier, but oh, it counts. But yeah, that's about a 3-pounder there. Not bad. What do you got, Acorn?
Pretty nice one. Oh,
yeah,
got a jumper
nice
here. It's got some weight to him.
Get on the other side of me.
All right.
You gonna flip him?
I am. Whee!
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Beastie. Nice.
We found this little weed point out here. It's only about, what, 5-6 feet of water?
Yeah.
And they are loaded.
There's a lot of them.
We've probably pulled, what,
Yeah.
8 to 10 of them out of here?
Mm-hmm. They're all nice fish, too.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah.
So when it comes to bass fishing weeds, there's 3 presentations that can be very good. Obviously, we've been using the Ned rig, which is right here today. That's been great. That'll be in thick weeds, and you can catch them on edges too. Another one I really like is the wacky worm. You got a wacko jig and then the wacko worm there. You hook it right in the middle with the band. That can be good, especially if you're fishing not as heavy cover, weed edges or sparse cabbage, where that thing can just sink slowly into those pockets, and a lot of times that'll trigger strikes. And then when I'm fishing super thick weeds, I really like the Texas rig. You can rig it weedless like that. I got a little sliding weight up above it. That'll get down into that heavy cover, and it's a great way to just pull those fish out of that heavy cover without getting snagged up. This is literally every cast. It's unreal. And just a big school at 2 to 3 pounders.
Nice fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a lot of fun, that's for sure. We're fishing a clear water lake today. Generally clear water, we're finding them in the deeper weed edges out in like 15 to 20 feet. But today they all seem to be up in this like 5 to 10 feet of water on these flats.
There's a nice one, Josh.
I just let that last one go.
I just threw that out and he hit it right away.
Every cast.
Every cast.
Oh. Yeah, try to get
This is
them out
a
of
pretty
those
big
weeds.
area too, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's a big
Yeah.
flat. It's probably about I don't know, maybe the size of a football field. Yeah, you better try to horse them out
Sneaky
of there.
guy in the weeds
Nope.
there.
Yeah, just try to keep it up. Yep. Just nice and easy.
Come on.
Yeah, just keep horsing them. Try to pull them out of there.
He's down in there.
He is in there. Here, I'm gonna get the net, but that might be a nice fish, huh?
Yeah. It's heavy. It's got some weight to him.
Well, he's probably got 20 pounds of weeds on him now. Yeah, he is in the weeds, isn't he?
He's
All right,
got a mouthful.
Let's net him. Yeah, those are the weeds we're fishing right there. They are thick. There we go. Line's still in there, but yeah,
Nice
another
fish.
Nice one.
Nice fish.
I see you're using the Seaguar Smackdown, that flash green. How do you like that?
Yeah, it's really nice. You can see it on the wire, really nice.
Yeah, a lot of times you can see the nicks when they bite.
Yep.
And then having the braid is so important for doing this because you really need that feel to whether it's a fish, whether it's a weed, and it cuts through the weeds pretty good too.
Yeah. Well, we got a nice one, Josh.
Oh, yeah, that's another decent one.
He felt bigger.
I mean, it's still not a bad one. I mean,
No.
what, a couple pounds?
Yeah. Nice.
Not bad at all. They're not all 5 pounders like you catch in your kayak. It's now time to announce this week's winners of the Fleet Farm John Gillespie's Waters and Woods 2026 Fishing Contest.
Beth Mader of Eden, Wisconsin is this week's first winner. Beth caught this 32-inch walleye on Perrault Lake in Ontario using a jig and minnow. Mark Gassman of DeWitt, Iowa caught a 21-inch smallmouth bass in Green Bay using a 4-inch paddle tail. And Jeff Bowman of Pillager, Minnesota caught this 32-inch walleye in the Boundary Waters using a leech. And Jerry Minnesall of Brookfield caught a 37-inch rainbow trout on Lake Michigan using a moonshine lure. On to our youth winners with Noah Robakowski of Muskego. Noah caught this 25-inch steelhead in Wisconsin using a moonshine spoon. And finally, Luca Taylor of Columbus caught a 14.5-inch smallmouth bass on the Crawfish River with the crankbait right behind his house. Trusted by Midwest families since 1955. Available at your local Fleet Farm store or online at fleetfarm.com. This week, stock up on Berkley Fleet Farm exclusive Hit Stick Pro Packs. Buy one, get one 50% off. Plus, keep all your tackle organized with the Fleet Farm 36 and 3700 series tackle trays. Now, just $14.99.
They say things aren't built like they used to be. Tell that to John Johnson, the craftsman behind Recon Boats. He and his small team make each boat by hand, maintaining the highest standards. Every shred of fiberglass, every stitch of upholstery, every latch, hinge, and switch. It's all in the details, which is why the angler is at the forefront of the design philosophy for every Recon boat. Recon Boats, made by craftsmen, built for fishermen.
All right, Acorn, you just let your large, oh, there we go, smallmouth.
Smallmouth, nice.
First smallmouth of the day. Even though we are fishing weeds, a lot of times these smallies are hanging in them too. A lot of times they'll be patrolling the edges, or once in a while up on the flat too. But yeah, it's always fun when they're mixed in. They put up a good fight.
Unbelievable.
There you go. There you go.
Really set it in there.
Oh, we're doubled up.
Doubled up.
Double up, right, back it up.
Doubled up.
The sun's going down and the bass are
hitting now, man.
Still hitting. I think yours might be bigger. Maybe. You need a net for yours? Oh, Acorn, you got a big smallie on. I'm gonna get the net for you. Oh, easy with that one. That's a big smallie, big smallie. I'm gonna freak. Don't lose them. Don't lose them. Don't lose them. I'm not even gonna think about netting mine. Acorn, go easy with them. Go easy with them. That's it. Not yet. Not yet. Sorry, I got to net them with one hand because I got mine on. Yes. Dude, let's go.
Look at this.
Unbelievable.
Oh my gosh.
That is a giant smallie.
Holy cow.
There's my little largemouth right there. Just a little guy. And then look at Acorn's giant smallmouth. Unbelievable.
That was fun.
So that fish was sitting in what, 4 feet of weeds?
Yeah. And she just pounded that.
Unbelievable.
That bait there. Oof.
Yeah, on the old wacko worm. Wow, what a fish. You know, that's what we love about Acorn. He always delivers, no matter what. There's big fish of the day right there. Unreal.
That woke me up.
Way to go. That's got to be pushing 5 pounds.
Yeah, that's a heavy fish.
We should get a measuring tape on that one. That might be over 20. You think she's over 20?
She's gonna be pushing it.
Oh, dude, 21 incher.
Oh, nice.
21. Whew. Way to go. All right, I'm gonna give her back to you and then let her go.
All right.
Got her?
Here we go. Nice fish. Hefty.
Yep, let that thing go.
All right, here we go. There you go. Nice, that was fun.
Did you expect that smallmouth to be in that shallow?
No. After all the largemouth we were catching in here, that was the last thing I was expecting.
Unbelievable, but a lot of times it can get magical when that sun sets, and sure enough, it just hit the tree line and that thing bit. Way to go. Let's get another one.
Let's do it.
Acorn, that was a beautiful fish. I was glad to have been there to witness it, and I'm really sorry we fished too late to be able to grill you some delicious Johnsonville brats. But I got a surprise for you. Just like Johnsonville has every summer, they have special flavors like these Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy Bratwursts. Acorn, because we didn't grill out that night, I put a couple of these in Josh's freezer. So just let him know that I said you could have a few packs, and I'm gonna show you how to grill them right now. And I know you use charcoal, as you said on the show. So what we want to do is just get a low heat. So push all those briquettes over to one side, all right, and then grill on the other side. I'm using a flat top today, but same rules apply. Low and slow, very important. You want to keep as much of that flavor inside as possible and get them to a nice, beautiful golden brown. The brats are just about done, but I like to toast my Johnsonville brat and sausage buns. So I'm just going to toss those on there now. All right, I got my toasty bun, grabbing the Johnsonville, and all it needs is just a little squirt of mustard to really top it off. And I'm excited, Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy Brats. Let's go. Oh yeah. That's good. And check out your favorite retailer for Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy brats right now.
Here we go.
Oh, another one, did you?
Another one. Everything might just be disappointing now after your smallmouth.
It's really...
Just have a bend. Actually, it's not a bad largie. Not a bad one at all. Well, yeah, after seeing Acorn's big smallmouth, everything else is probably gonna go downhill. But yeah, like Acorn said, we're just having a blast out here fishing. And this is actually something, Acorn, you and I do quite a bit after work.
Yeah.
You know, I guide a lot and I fish, but with clients, I don't fish as much. So I love coming out here afterwards, even after a day of guiding, to just come fishing and have fun. The sun is dropped and they're still biting. Ooh, it's a nice one, actually.
You need a net?
I think I'll flip him. See if he can double up. Oh, he's just peeling line. Just peeling. Let's see if I can get him here. Come on, in the boat, big chubby.
It's a healthy fish.
Oh, he just puked out a crayfish. There we go. It's not a bad one.
Yeah,
probably
very nice.
3.5 pounder. Cool. Yeah, the sun is set, and a lot of times these largemouth bite just as good in the evening as they do middle of the day. So we're gonna keep catching them as long as we got light, right, Acorn?
Absolutely.
There we go, big jumper.
Yeah.
Big jumper. They've been jumping a lot lately, actually. It's getting near dark here. I'm gonna hit spot lock again in case we're on a school. Oh, he's not as big as I thought. Not a bad one though. We'd have been happy with him to start. Oh, come on. He's fired up. Your typical 1.5-pounder. A little big for you to keep though, right, Acorn?
I don't know. He looks like a good eater.
No, we're getting that one back. You got one? You got one?
There we go.
All right.
Just one after another.
I mean, this is almost as fast as bluegill fishing.
Yeah.
All right, get
He's
him in
not
there.
very big, but you know.
Yeah, we'll take him. He pulls. Well, it was a fun evening.
It was. That was great.
How many do you think we caught?
Probably like 30.
I'd say maybe more than that.
More than that?
More than that?
Let's go 50.
50. Hey, I like that number better. No, it was a lot of fun, folks. We caught a ton of largemouth. If you're ever coming up to northern Wisconsin, you just want to go out and catch a bunch of fish, you know, go largemouth fishing. It's a ton of fun.
They're fun.
And it's a great way to learn new techniques, too. These Ned rigs work really good. And like we mentioned, you can catch them on wacky and Texas rig worms, too.
Feel the difference in every cast. In every bite. In every moment. In every adventure, no matter the season. When everything is on the line. Every memory you make. Feel the difference.
That is our show for this week. I don't know where we'll be next week, but we'll find a place somewhere. Until then, I'm Josh Teigen, hoping to see you enjoying John Gillespie's Waters and Woods.
Rolling.
It's a little one.
It's a little skip.
Oh, actually, no, it's a pike and it's a little one. So.
Not rolling.
There's another one. Gosh, it's almost every cast. You gonna get fishing, Acorn?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, that's another one, Acorn, one of your eaters.
Yeah,
there.
my eaters. Get that stringer full.